I'm Bill.
And I'm Candace. And we're the Disruptors.
Oh, this is going to be an exciting show today because the Oscar-Meyer-Wiener truck is outside the door and I can't wait.
Well, is that not excellent branding or what?
That is excellent branding.
How about the tow truck?
The tow truck's another good one in Seattle, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Oh, it's pink. And it's a big old toe.
But it grabs your attention and you know what's going on and it's kind of fun.
Welcome to the show. We've got our producer and our executive producer. So, hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Now, let's ask the executive producer to say how she's doing. Oh, my goodness.
She's already asleep.
She's asleep.
Patty Pug is
like
out for the count.
So we'll have to...
Oh, to have a dog's life.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? So let's talk a little bit about what vehicles and signage and all that neat stuff that gathers people's attention.
Well, you know, whenever you're looking at marketing, there's so many different vehicles. Remember, brand is your reputation, your message. Marketing is your vehicle to get that message out there. So I'm just clarifying for those that are our new listeners that are plugging in. So what we wanted to bring up today was the fact that, you know, not all vehicles are good for you. And you have to decide what those vehicles are. So we're just going to discuss. We're not going to get real in depth with any of it. This is more of an overview of all of the different vehicles that you could use.
Sure.
And then later on, we'll dive in and get different specifics later on a different show. But
talk about that. Now, that would be a vehicle that'd be interesting to advertise on.
Let's talk about digital first, because you have to, if you're going to talk vehicles for marketing, you're going to have to break them up in physical, your printed pieces, and then, of course, your digital. So let's start off with digital.
Digital's exciting.
So you've got, you know, what are some common ones that you would think right off the bat?
The Indians alongside the road with their smoke shops with these great big digital light-up sign billboards.
Okay, that's signage.
Drives me
that's
nuts.
Fine,
that's my pet peeve.
You know,
I'm
yes,
in a
that
vehicle when I see this. You said vehicle advertising. I'm just letting you know.
Website.
She meant...
No, I was actually thinking...
vehicle.
A vehicle. Okay,
I mean, you automatically went to the Oscar-Meyer-Wiener truck, which is a great marketing vehicle.
And if you actually ever get visited by that truck, you get...
hot dogs.
You can. They have passed that out. That usually doesn't come out of the vehicle.
Oh, I see.
But they have whistles and coupons and different things like that they pass out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what about Ted Savage at the mattress factory? I mean, he usually has this big cow on a trailer behind the vehicle.
I have not seen that.
Oh, it's up on South Hill right now, sitting up there in the parking lot. It's a huge. I mean, it's big. It has mattress factory on it and all this neat stuff. And he drags it behind the company truck.
He's one of your heroes.
He is, yeah. SpongeBob type. Good man. Ted Sadler.
Is he the one that does the dancing?
Oh, yeah.
He gyrates. It's very uncomfortable.
Oh, my.
Yeah. He's...
It makes me uncomfortable. I'm being honest here. I just go, oh, my goodness. But... obviously has worked, because I have remembered he's the bald man at the mattress place.
Very true, with glasses and dancing
really
around.
And if you drive stupid marketing.
Well, if you drive...
Okay, honk if you're Vern Funk, right?
That's the one that's worse yet, yes. Yeah.
Although he sold it. He sold his insurance company and made millions.
Did very well. And it's all because he started with advertising of a different type. Of course, that was on the media.
How about
what
is it? The Insurance General?
Oh, yeah. Now he has a basketball player with him.
We have definitely rabbit trailed way beyond what we were going to talk about.
Well,
how about Boston Markets?
There's a reason why they closed in Washington State. I don't know if there's any that's open here. He doesn't like it because their marketing thing, their commercials were Boston Market, Boston Market.
Oh.
And it was rather annoying.
It was.
But if you stop and think about it, it was annoying. But then when you incorporate a car or a sign on the car that's the same company, what do you think of immediately? Colors
that he doesn't ever want to eat there.
I don't eat at Boston Market again just because of that stupid advertising that they had. They made the guy sound like he was an idiot.
Well, true, but now you know Boston Market.
I do, but
Their
I won't
message
go there.
is complete.
I won't go there, though.
But you're talking about it to other people who might just stumble in there to find out if you're right or wrong.
So let's dial it back in. Although I am compelled to just say, what about that jingle? Okay, I'm going to date myself, but Geritol.
Oh my goodness.
Geritol. I need it every day or something.
That
like
was horrible, but that was another one.
Horrible. The tune was relentless.
Then Pop, Fizz. What a relief it is.
Oh, Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, yeah. Then they added the Alka-Seltzer guy to it. The
little guy. Which then I'm sure they incorporated on every signboard, vehicle, stationary, everything they could think of.
He's still on the vehicle thing.
Yeah. Because that's where we started the show.
He's not leaving. He's not leaving the vehicle.
He's just thinking of the hot dogs.
So
he's doing.
He's hungry.
I can smell the dog from here, yes.
He's hungry.
He's roasting
wants some
slowly.
Food.
I'm getting these pictures of all these things. This show was preempted because of a small side.
We were talking about food before the show, so
before
we've
the
obviously dragged food into it. Okay, so getting back on task, digital marketing. So I'm talking like website.
I'm talking about the new license plates that they outlawed in the state of Washington. They won't let them in yet. But it's a plate on the back, actually goes on the car. It's digital, and it's programmed, and it reads out ads on the back of cars digitally and streams them through. It's really neat. But the state of Washington doesn't find my neatness that great. They want to leave the numbers alone. And now they're talking about putting them in a little board type deals to run off 12 volts that go in the back windows of the vehicles.
Well, sure, because they don't have control over changing from numbers to letters. And they want to be able to see the numbers.
Well, I can understand their thought, but I think it's really unique how electronics now is working in. At Christmas time, you see cars that are all lit up underneath, and they got lights hanging on inside.
Oh, yeah. Effects and stuff, they're not allowed.
Okay, I'm going to bring us back into the marketing.
But that is advertising.
It is, but it's... How effective would it be?
How effective would it be?
Okay, but this is not a political show. We're going to go back to marketing
Yeah, now that I
vehicles.
can't drive on the street, we'll go back to marketing vehicles. I'm a target now. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm thinking websites. I'm thinking
magnetic signs that everybody bought stuck on the side of their cars.
Bill.
Okay, we're back to signage.
Keep on rabbit trailing us.
This is obviously now a show about signage. So, Bill, talk to us about your theory about signs. Because you obviously
billboards,
have one.
cars, or what aspect would you like to hear?
Just go ahead and open it up.
Okay, we'll start with the billboards to start out with. There should be a law. At night, those things glare and are distractive. Have you seen the one the Indians just put up out in a certain area of Washington as you drive down? It's very distractive at night. But it gets the message part.
New York City?
I got past, let's see...
you're complaining about one digital sign. And these are places that...
Yom.
I mean...
That's as far as I've gotten. Well,
Reno,
they're showing up more and more.
We'll talk about a small town. I mean, Reno, at night, I mean, you have huge...
Yeah,
huge,
big ones.
Signage. We had just visited Reno, and I mean, driving that strip is
really
crazy.
Something, I imagine.
Well, it's bright lights, big city. I don't know how else to put it. Okay, so obviously, what else did you want to say about signage? Well, this is burning deep within your loins.
Well, there's lots of... Here's the other gripe I have. Everybody in the studio now is rolling on the floor. The executive producer's sound asleep, and I am being taken apart piece by piece. I have a simple view on signage, and they've made it into a major platform.
You have a simple view, all right.
It's simple. It's simple.
It's simple view.
It's tied up in an Oscar-Meyer vehicle.
Please send me emails if you're on my side, and we'll talk about it.
You're not getting emails.
It is incredibly interesting, though. Candidate signs. You know those little sticker things that vote for me that they put out 4 million of them in a little tiny block in the middle of a freeway street or whatever?
Yeah.
That's my gripe on that signage.
Okay, political signs suck.
They're out the door.
Okay.
If you're running for office, I'm not voting for you if you put up 50 million signs. How about the garage sales sign? We got signage everywhere. Between cameras, we have signage. Signage.
How effective is that?
Drives me nuts, but I guess it's very effective if you're a retail...
Do you like signs with balloons on them, Bill?
Not if the clown's holding him, no.
Okay, there we go. So he doesn't like digital electronic signs. He doesn't like candidate
He doesn't like
signs.
signage, period.
So how do you expect people to get you like signs on... Do you want to know that you're stopping by Taco Time, or is it Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I didn't
Because
say
there
those
is-
signs I didn't like.
Well, I'm not really sure here, because at this point, you're just looking at a naked piece of cardboard, and you're complaining. So
If it's pink and out in the middle of the street, yes, I'm complaining. No, there's signage everywhere. We're inundated with it. Everywhere we go, outside of buildings, telephone posts, signs, everywhere we go is signage. And naturally, you got to advertise somehow.
Well,
okay.
let's remember,
You're saying,
signage
however?
has been going on for a long time.
It's
I
tasteful.
mean,
go back to the 50s, and they had the barber.
They had a song. Remember?
song. Bill Welke.
Sign, everywhere a sign.
Yeah, that's 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back
Okay,
further.
60s. Okay.
Burma Shave started in 1952. I've moved back a little bit.
Yeah.
You're up here with the
You
hippies.
can-
I'm with the farmers over here.
You can go back to the Western era. You can go back to when Rome was. I mean, there's been signage.
Signage. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue about
The
that.
Library of Alexandria had a sign. Library of Alexandria.
Oh, good.
I'm just letting you know.
These are facts I didn't have.
Egypt
Egypt
appreciated
has
signs.
Well, that's good. And now our viewers will appreciate the fact that we have signs. That's true.
Okay, this is
However,
ridiculous.
we've lost track of the show because the
When they
executive
burned
producer
people
is
at the
gonna-
stake,
They
they would
had a
have
sign.
witches, or they'd have traitor put on them, or whatever. There was signage of the
Signage.
execution.
Well, that's good. That's good. Now,
If
how
you've been to England and you go to Windsor Castle has, Henry VIII, and, that's a tombstone. That's a sign of somebody's life.
I see. Good.
We have signage.
We have signage. So,
What do you want your signage to say?
at the end, I would like it very, very nicely put. I told you I was sick. Now move your butt. You're blocking the sunlight. That's the signage that I'm working on now. Getting back.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, very true. Getting back to, what is your specified signage wisdom that you'd like to put on this show?
Well, I don't really have any because I feel like I'm sitting at the feet of the guru, the master of signage here today, and
Who
I'm
doesn't
just
like signage?
who doesn't like signage. Although it's mandatory for any business to actually have
Signage.
yes. Because even here it used to on 72nd, when you're driving out to Tacoma, they had that whole entire strip lined with psychic and tarot card readers, and they were all out of their own home, and that was signage.
Yeah, it was signage. That's true.
Okay.
I didn't like that either.
The Buddhist temples that they've got now.
No, that's
okay.
signage. Okay,
Okay,
so
well, let's talk about the do's and don'ts of signage. How important is
He doesn't want a light
design.
bulb behind it.
design is very important.
how important is design for signage?
Yeah, look at Smokey
I think
the
less
Bear.
is more.
The signage, I'm going back in history. But if you look at Smokey the Bear and some of the ones way back. Paul Bunyan and all that. What was it? It was the graphics, the color, and you'd look at the sign and bingo, it
was
hit
just
you
the
within
straight
seconds.
image.
Yeah. So
Nike, the swish.
Nike's another one with the swish, yeah.
Now we're talking logos, but yes.
It's the same thing. People see it and just do it. I mean, that comes to
Well,
their
they
mind
make a
immediately.
sign out of the logo. I mean, let's face it.
But doesn't that what we want to do with the signs on buildings, etc.? Get them, I guess, embossed in the back of your brain, and then keep on adding to them to keep those ahead of the wrist.
If I'm looking at a sign, I want the sign to at least tell me where I need to go or who I need to call, and a little.
Who you gonna call?
Batman.
Ghostbusters!
Busters. Oh, boy, this show has really been interesting for us. Ghostbusters, wonderful idea, yeah. The big Stay Puft marshmallow at the end of Ghostbusters. That was
Stay
wonderful.
Puft is a staple.
He was a monster in this show, but
It's
it's,
a staple.
okay.
Just add
It's
water.
a wonderful s'more.
Add water dissolves.
Just what it solves. I think science is very important. I'm not